New to my channel is an intuitive energy show, and I pick up intuitively on anything, current affairs, the royal family, celebrities, and also personal readings too. So let me just explain. If you do want a mini personal reading here and you want to ask a question about yourself, then please offer a super chat donation, and then I will come directly to you as a super chat. Okay, so this is about just about everything, and we have got these kind of lots of things, news bulletins and breaking news about the coronavirus. I don't want to go on too much about the coronavirus, but it is something that's worrying everybody at the moment. The thing is, it's easy to say don't kind of worry, don't panic, and that kind of thing. Especially being an ex-medical person, because it's something that that I've always kept calm about is crisis about health, and trying to keep calm to get the job done. And so for I guess for the that's why they want to look after medical people, which they've not looked after for many years. I mean, is this God saying, you need to look after the people that care? Because if you don't, there won't be anybody left to look after people who get sick. Maybe this is a message from God. Enough is enough, the way you've treated these nurses, and these doctors, until they're no more, until they're collapsing on their feet. So maybe this is something from the divine. I did think about that the other day, actually. I thought, well, this is a message to look after the people that care in society. Now, is this going to be a turnaround where actually the government are going to start to look after their medical personnel, their medical staff? Because if they don't, there won't be anybody to look after the sick. And I feel I'm really sorry if you live in Italy, but I get that in Italy they are overwhelmed that people are dying. Okay, they can't cope. They cannot cope with it. So is this a message from the divine? Because this is also a channel of, from the universe, from the divine too. Is this a message from the universe to say, look after the people that care and have compassion and empathy in our world? Because if you don't, this is what will happen. There'll be no one to look after the sick. No one. And the ones that you have got left will actually end up catching this plague and actually, because you've just not got enough people to look after the sick. And it's okay saying we're going to bring people back from retirement, which is a big joke, especially in the UK. I don't know what it's like in America, but some of us have actually done degrees and master degrees in intensive care, and I've done degrees in nursing to be treated like skivvies and ending up collapsing on our feet and not even be able to get out of bed in the morning because of being totally exhausted, that we've had to leave the profession. That's pretty much what I did. I couldn't cope with it anymore. Every time I went to work on a hospital ward, it was just me. I was the only trained nurse, and it got to where I was stood, and there was doctors arguing with nurses, and there was a big bitch fest because nobody could cope. And I just stood there. Is this really what I did all the studying for, to come into this? And this is what the world is seeing now. It's starting to have a big bitch fest because people are dropping like flies. And it's not just like medical people like me stood on a ward watching everything around me collapse. It's the whole world that's watching this all collapse. People dropping like flies. Because there's just not enough people to help the sick. Basically, that's it. There's not enough people to help the sick. And there's still not enough people to help the sick. And they're saying, let's bring people out of retirement. Let's bring those nurses back that collapsed on the ward there with stress and exhaustion on a 16-hour shift and never got off on time. Let's bring those nurses back that couldn't cope anymore, that collapsed with stress issues, now is suffering from anxiety issues and high blood pressure and all of that kind of thing. Let's bring those nurses. Can you come back? Can you come back? Years of abusing the NHS. Maybe this is a wake-up call, and maybe this is going to be a wake-up call, because when this hits the fan, and look at Italy, nurses always are the last people to get the pay rises. Nurses are always, they used to be the first, okay, going back in the day, they used to be the first that used to get their uniforms issued, their shoes issued, they used to get subsidized food. They always got good breaks. And you left. I remember back in that day, I used to leave work and I still had plenty of energy. I used to go to the gym and I was so fit and healthy, and you'd get subsidized dinners and meals at work. You felt looked after. And then it went so shockingly downhill when there's this idea to privatize the NHS. I think it's shocking and absolutely evil the way that the governments have treated nurses. And, if you spoke up like this as a nurse, like I am now, you would get struck off. You would get either struck off or you would get, you'd get the sack, But I'm not saying it for me. I'm saying it for all those nurses out there that go to work every single day. They're heroes, okay? You're heroes. You go, you face that problem. I left because I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't cope with it anymore. And some of you stuck there and stuck with it through thick and thin. You're damn heroes. And now you're having to face this wave of this coronavirus crisis. And what are the government going to do? Come on, RCN and NMC, please speak up and say you've got to look after your nurses from now on. This is no good, the way you've treated your medical staff. It's time to get back those subsidized meals for your staff. It's time to issue shoes like you do in the army. You issued a pair of shoes every 6 months. A good pair of shoes that are comfortable, that you're going to, and that helped a lot. To get a pair of shoes helped a lot. To get a decent, comfortable pair of shoes, it used to cost me maybe £150 every kind of maybe 6 months. So I think it's a wake-up time for the government. Enough is enough, Anyway, you're going to face this. You're going to face this big mistake of the way you've treated nurses over the years, and now you're expecting them to come out of early retirement because they couldn't damn well cope in the first place. And And I'm speaking for all nurses. I'm not saying this against the NHS or nurses or the NMC or anything like that. This is for you guys, okay? The people that care in this society who have compassion. It's shocking the way that they've been treated, and treated like the end of the line when they should have been on top of the pile. So anyway, that's enough of my rant, okay? Because this has not even started yet. Just wait until they can't cope. You know, I'm sorry, nurses, if you are stood there in bewilderment with maybe 100 patients and you're on your own there trying to cope with that in tears. But the government are going to see this, okay? And they're going to see that we need to look, this is a big wake-up call for us to look after our medical personnel. Okay, look at Italy. Italy can't cope. Their medical, it's more than on its knees. It's crumbled. It's failed. Hello, everyone, and I'm just having a look at the chat here. Hi there. Thank you for coming to Let's Just Talk About Anything show. And also, this is partly because there's people on lockdown at home in different countries, in Italy, France, and places like that. And this is just for us all to get together and chat so we don't feel alone. Okay. What's that? The stats are actually less than regular flu. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. It actually the regular flu does not kill people, but I would not believe that. They had in Italy today, in one day, they've had 300 deaths in one day. Gojo. So yeah, I can see what you're saying, Raise the Edge, that the statistics, it's like 30,000 a year die of flu virus, and that's why we get our flu vaccines to try to prevent this. So I can see what you're saying, but I don't feel, I feel this is a very major flu virus, and I don't think we can kind of deny that. I don't feel we've had the stats yet for the whole year, have we? This started about a month ago, 2 months ago, no, January. Oh, I think it started well before then, but you're talking about the stats for the whole year. Let's wait until the whole year's over and let's see what they are. And it's very sad that people will lose their lives over this. So I just feel that I feel, is this something from the universe, the divine, to say, oh look, we've got a pandemic and you've got no nurses. They've all left in droves because you've not looked after them. And, why did that change? Because, we were so proud of the National Health Service, or why did that change over the years? Why did you start to put your nose up? And because why? Because it was costing too much damn money. That's why. To the government. The government started to have this kind of disgust of the NHS and treating it like dirt, because they wanted it to fail, to make it into some privatisation. So I hope they've given up that idea now, although they're saying that a lot of private hospitals, they're going to fill up with beds. If there's an opportunity to make money, these private hospitals that are owned by these Mayfair set, then, there's always opportunity to make money. So that's the Conservative Party for you. Okay, I'm not going to say no more. So let's have a look here. In fact, we people, I don't know why people are not being tested in the UK to find out whether they've had the corona, or they've why they're not testing like that to find out the correct kind of amount of people that have had the coronavirus. I actually feel that I had that over Christmas, and it keeps returning, because today I wasn't gonna. I've actually not done a personal readings today because I had a really bad headache, and I had to go to bed. I don't normally do that. I had to go to bed for about 3 hours, and I got up and I feel a bit more refreshed. And it's like it comes on in waves. One day I'll feel absolutely great, and I'm getting on top of. I feel okay. I feel healthy, although I'm taking lots of vitamins. Then the next day I feel headachy, sore throat, sneezing. Why? I'm kind of on lockdown here. I don't. I'm purposely not. I'm not mixing with people, and I'm really taking the precautions, and I work from home. So how come? So I feel that it's this virus that I had at Christmas that keeps coming back, and it won't damn well go away. And it's there still now. I've got a sniffly nose. So there have been reports today that this corona, it's okay saying once you've had the coronavirus, but it kind of lingers. It lingers. That was Christmas. And now it's like March. And I'm still kind of trying to get rid of this. So if you were some compromised person, elderly, frail, or with underlying conditions, and it just doesn't go and it keeps lingering. So what does that mean? It makes your conditions worse. So I'm kind of thinking they need to get a vaccine for this ASAP. That is the answer, a vaccine. And at least get the test, that they must cost about 10p to make these test kits. At least give everybody in the population a test kit, or be able to go to your local pharmacist, get a free test or something like that, or go to your local GP, your doctors, and somebody's there's doing the testing. That should be available to everyone, and I think they should do that, because there's been a report that somebody was at the test, and then they had the test again, and there was clear of the coronavirus, and then they got tested again, and they actually got symptoms again, and they got tested again, and it had come back. So this doesn't sound great, does it? And me, I'm quite healthy. I would have thought I'm quite healthy. I don't smoke. I don't really drink that much, just socially, and I exercise every day. I take lots of supplements and things like that. I would not say I'm compromised at all. Yeah, I can't get rid of this cold. It's there. I can feel it in my nose. I've had a really bad headache today. I've been nowhere to catch it. Nowhere. So I'm thinking this is just coming back. I feel I've had it. I feel I've had this. And what could have happened? What could have happened if that I did get a really bad I did get it bad. I was on the sofa, I couldn't breathe, I got chest pains, I was aching all over. I did have that cough right from day one. I never stopped coughing. It was cough, 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 cough. And it gave me headache, and it started with a headache. All those symptoms, I got those. I feel I had the coronavirus at Christmas. I do. Yeah, so this is crazy, guys, isn't it? And I'm trying not to talk about it. I'm trying not to talk about it. I'm trying to talk about other things to take our mind off this. But I was just reading something in Italy, and they can't, they're overwhelmed with it. If anybody's saying that it's like normal flu, if that's normal flu, well, no, that was something else that I had over Christmas. That was something else. It lasted way over a month, and I still keeps coming back. And I also lost some weight with that too. That's something else as well. If anybody does get it, I've got it now. I can, yeah, I'm sniffing, and I've been nowhere. So, Meg, is that so? The coronavirus has been around, been around since before Christmas. Yeah, I feel it has. I feel it's been around around November time, because people were getting this flu, and it was not. They were saying that. I said, "What? How have you got the flu when you've had the flu virus? Sorry, the flu jab." And it's because they're supposed to predict the flu, the flus that are going to be around in winter. And a couple of people said to me, "Well, it's a flu that's not in the flu vaccine, and that's why I've got this. I don't know." And people were confused about it. I've never had anything like it in my life, and I can say that honestly. I've never had anything like it in my life. My chest X-rays have always been clear, and I take supplements all the time to boost up my immune system. So yeah. What's that? You travel quite a bit also. Maybe you picked up on an airport. I do travel. I haven't been to an airport this year. I've travelled around the UK, but I have been down south. You see, down south, London, around those areas, you get a lot of visitors, tourists like Chinese. There's Chinatown and all that kind of thing in London, and that is one of the places that's got the coronavirus pretty bad. Okay, it's more prevalent in London than it is anywhere else in the country. Because it's a city where there's lots of tourists. It's the same as Rome, and it's the same as places like Florence and Rome in Italy, and Modena, or whatever they call it. They Pisa. They get all the visitors from China to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa and all those kind of things, and Rome and see the Vatican. So yeah, it's those kind of places that China, I guess it's from China, China have visited. But is it though? Is it? Is it from there? Is it from there? Okay, so if you want, if you do want a personal reading, a mini personal reading, please, if you want to make a small donation, please do. Okay. And super chat, sorry, and I will come directly to you. Otherwise, I will we'll just be doing this kind of chat. But if you want one of your own, I'm sorry, you will have to do a little super chat. It's only fair. I mean, why would anybody else be, that kind of thing? So yeah. So yeah. So let's not be selfish. Let's if you do want a mini reading, it's super chats for those. So hi everyone. So I've got my cup of tea here too. Hi everyone. On a positive note, today one of our local restaurants have all the children in our area a hot meal. That's really nice. Strips of spaghetti, burger, and fries. Oh, made me cry knowing these kids aren't going hungry. Yeah. Yeah, there are kids that have, like, it's the same here, that there's kids that have free school meals, and the government are giving them vouchers so they can actually buy food, and they don't go without because the schools here are closing on Friday. Okay, so what I want us to do to get away from, we do talk about this corona. It's very, but it can get quite upsetting. But I think what we need to do to actually cope with this, because I feel, it's going to get worse. I don't feel we should class it as a normal flu. I don't. I think you need to get that out of the way. It's not a normal flu. Otherwise, why would the world be going crazy like this? Come on, it doesn't make sense. So, what we need to do to actually think about positive things and try to take our mind off this is to live a normal everyday life. And we know that's going on in the background, all those things, but let's let the government sort that out and help where we can help, like with the children and things like that, and make it a positive thing. And let's just like put that to one side. And because we can, it's getting over kind of drenched with the news and on YouTube, and it's getting a bit scary of what things are being exposed. It's clickbaiting. Come and look at my show. Come and look at my video. So we have to be aware of that. Okay, it's all shocking stuff. So if I was you, I would try, if you don't want to worry about this and you think, I just want to get along with my life and and just enjoy my life. So what I want you to do is to not switch on the news, not look at anything to do with the coronavirus. If you do want to catch up with the news on that, just watch it once, find out the updates at the end, because usually at the end of the day on the news, on the late news, you'll get an update of the plans for the corona. And that's all you have to do. Watch one newsreel, which would be late at night before you go to bed. And then after that, during the day, just switch off your TV. Don't watch anything on YouTube about it. Don't be pulled into the sensationalism or anything like that. If you want to start to feel positive about things and try to get along with your life, okay, go by the rules. There's washing hands and all of those things. And if you have to stay on lockdown and you're having to stay in your garden, in your yard, in your house and that kind of thing, I don't feel the UK government are going to do that for a while. Everybody's sensible enough and grown up enough to keep their distance from people. I think we're going to stick to that for the time being. So people can go out for their country walks, take their dogs out and all that kind of thing, and some kind of liberty. So if you've got liberty where you can go out for a walk, or even if you can sit out in your garden, if you live in Italy, just go and do that. Just go and sit outside and do what you would normally do on a lovely evening. You know, do your daily chores and try to get your work around this, and try not to watch all this fear mongering on the TV. Okay. Now, I watched the Prime Minister today, and he looked really drained, and he was repeating his words like he was stressed out, and he couldn't cope. And you're thinking to yourself, gosh, if the Prime Minister can't cope, how are the rest of us going to not cope? So switch it off, let them get along with it, let them deal with it, and help where you can. And if you have to go to work, use the precautions. And I would switch the TV off, constantly off. Okay. I would, if you, because I've just got this breaking news here. It's constant. UK Army is to be mobilised, 2,000 troops to help with the corona. You know, this is scary stuff. So, hi everyone. So, what I would do is create your little bubble. I mean, they used to do this in the wartime. Okay, create your own little bubble. And keep, they used to listen to the radio, didn't they, to find out what's going on. They didn't have TV or internet or anything like that. Just watch it like for half an hour each day, and then create your own bubble. Well, I need to go and just do some shopping. So put your mask on, make sure you wear all your gel and all that kind of thing. Take the precautions, go and get your shopping. Try to keep your distance, all the rules. But once you get back home, just enjoy your life. Start enjoying being in the daytime, the sunshine, and all that kind of thing. Pick up a book, read, watch other programs instead. What's your favorite go back to your favorite programs. Like I'm into Mad Men at the moment. Go and watch your favorite Netflix, things like that. Don't put on the news, and try to live in a bubble, not in a selfish way. It's just so we stop this panicking and get back to try to adapt to this situation until it's over. Okay, and help each other where we can. If you're going to be part of a charity group, then join a charity group to help the elderly. I mean, you can't even go and meet them anyway. You can get them bags of shopping and you put them outside the door, and that's it. Make sure that's all gelled as well, so you're not passing germs. So my advice is for us to get through this is to switch the TV off and just watch it once a day in the evening, find out what the new kind of things are, then switch it off and just go by what they say, and just get along with your everyday life, your washing, your cooking, your garden, and all that kind of thing, watching Netflix. And let's not get too panicky about what's going on. Okay, we can't do anything about this at all. We can't do anything but go by the rules. So find out the rules each day, go by the rules, and that's it. Okay, let the people who rule the countries deal with stuff like that. Let's not worry about it. So if you do want a reading, a little mini reading, if you want to make a super chat, please do through the coronavirus. So we've got company and all of this thing, and it's like lots of advice of how we would do this with everyday normal living. Okay, I have to say guys, that my masks, I ordered some masks, some medical masks. They actually arrived today. I only ordered 10. I thought I'd ordered more than that. But very sparingly, I guess I'm going to just wear those if I have to go to the supermarket when things get bad, I guess. And I've got something to protect my face. So if that gets bad, where we're getting like into like the 5,000 mark, then I will wear a mask. I think I'll start wearing a mask. And at the moment, I keep my distance. But if it gets really bad, whether it's 10,000 and things like that, I think I'm going to start wearing a mask. Okay. So yeah, please do. If you want a little mini reading, people do. They send me a super chat, and you know, I give a little reading for you. So please do, if you do want a little reading and you want to ask a question for intuitive energy question. Okay, and it's good. It's really good, and you know, that's what this is. It's not what it is. If you want to ask your own personal question, that's what I ask. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, well, thank you for coming now. I've got itchy nose, and whenever I get intuitive energies, I get an itchy nose. Okay. On yesterday's, I gave some good advice when I did a live show yesterday. I gave some good advice of how to protect yourself from the corona. That's what we used to kind of do as nurses. So that's there if you want that advice too. So, oh, itchy nose. So I'm going to do a daily read, guys. What's on the daily read? What's on the daily read? So I just have to say, there's no point, you know, I'm not having a go, but there's no point filling up that part saying, please help me, please help me. I'm not, you know, this is a chat show, and if you do want your own little reading, then a super chat donation just to say thank you would be nice, but otherwise it's a chat show. Okay. So let's do a daily read. Let's do a daily read. Let's look into a daily read here. What we got for the daily read for today. Let's have a look. Oh, my nose is itching like crazy. What have we got for the daily read today? What have we got for the daily read today? I want you to stay upbeat and positive, even if there's all this that's going on around us. Okay, please stay upbeat, and please just get along with your life, and let's just let the experts get along with this corona. Watch your favorite programs. As I said, I think it's time to do that now and not get into a big panic. And also stop this panic buying. There's no need for this panic buying either. There's plenty to go around, and that will keep people in work too. So let's have a look for the daily read. Okay, this cycle is coming to an end. This cycle is coming to an end, and there's a new beginning starting here. And this is destiny. Okay, this is destiny. Now, we're talking about your own life. We're not talking about the corona here. This is about you. So this is, I think you've known this coming to an end. And it's like you're kind of on the cusp of kind of starting this new cycle. Okay, this new kind of cycle. So just be careful of somebody with, if you feel that somebody is abusing their power against you, it could be in the workplace, it could be in business. I think don't say anything, just observe, but you can always say no. That's what's coming through here. Because I get the Magician card in reverse, and the Magician card in reverse is you're starting this new cycle. Somebody may want you to stop you and block you, or when you do go into this new cycle, this person, there's a person that may want to just try and get what they can. I get in the workplace, a new work environment, that kind of thing. So all you have to say is, no, I don't want to do that. No, I did not say that I wanted to do that. If you're saying that you want to work in a certain area or you want to work in a certain department and they're saying, well, we need you in that department, which is something you really don't want to do. And you said, well, I never mentioned that. I never said when I came for this interview or whatever that I wanted to do that, and they're forcing it on you. Because I do get here, because you're a newcomer, they're treating you like a fool. So somebody's starting a job or something like that. Yeah. So they may start to take advantage. So in your home life, this is what you need to do, is keep the harmony. Keep the harmony, keep the home life going, keep everything very peaceful and harmonious. As what I've just said, in the midst of this corona, try to keep things very harmonious. Your home is where you feel that very secure, and that's what I get with that. Now I have got the Sun card, but the Sun card is in reverse, and this is going into the past though. So that's saying that you wasn't happy in that situation in the past. Okay. That's what I get. You wasn't happy in that situation. Yeah, and it feels like either this is going out of your life. You feel like you're overburdened here. You feel like you're overburdened, or you have been, but in the future there's a more kind of balanced way of living. And I think though you need to make sure that you're also an instigator of this balanced life, that you're not going to, well, if somebody asks you something you can't do, you don't have the time to do, you can't do, puts pressure on you, make sure that you say, I can't do that. I'm not able to do that. I'm sorry, I don't have the time to do that. For some of you, not all of you, you may have just come out of a relationship or some kind of breakup or separation. But you did try. I feel you did try. But this, again, it may be this person that's still trying to treat you like the fool. Or it may be their flying monkeys that are still trying to, or the new girlfriend or the new whatever here is trying to make you look like the fool and still trying to have some kind of power over you when, that cycle is over. And this is saying you're trying to keep things all very harmonious. But I feel that you've done your hurt, your heartbreak. You have done your heartbreak. You have done your heartbreak. Okay, you may say to yourself, or this person may be flaunting this new person in front of you, and you may say, that's fine. I'm kind of good. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I did my heartbreak a long time ago. That kind of thing. This person, I feel, is still trying to pull you back into the web. For some of you, not all of you, I get the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is you want to start a new beginning, but this person's trying to block you psychologically. They think they're so that important, and they're so great, and they're so, I'm going to make that person not forget me. Well, actually, I'm kind of over that now, but they don't think you are. And they don't want you to be. For some reason, they don't want you to be. And they may contact you, because I get the communication card. They may contact you, say, hey, are you okay? Especially with the corona. and say, hey, you okay? Are you doing okay with the corona kind of thing? Just checking in here. And you're thinking, what is this about kind of thing? Yeah, so I get here, don't waste your energy. Don't waste your energy. It's like, oh, that kind of feeling. It's like, don't waste your energy on this situation. I think there's a side of you that's done that, that's done all the hurt and the heartbreak during the course of this time. And you experienced that as it was happening in front of you. This other person, it's kind of delayed reaction and it's happening kind of now. But it's already kind of, these type of people that want to make you jealous, want to, get you back for something that they did, and actually pull you back into the web, because it's lots of fun having these fights and having you, being attentive towards me. And I like that. But you're kind of over that. You're over that. But this other person isn't over that. And they it's like you're still there in their mind. You're still there. You're still in their life. And that's then, and you're sorting out your business, and you're sorting out your work schedule, and you're sorting out this new opportunity in the workplace or whatever this is, and you've done that heartbreak, and you're sorting out this other thing now, and they want to come back in, and it's kind of, yeah, it's like you've gone past the hurt stage, you've gone partly through the recovery, and you're moving on. You're starting to move on, but as soon as you start to move on, bam, this person's there. Okay, and this is not about. This is like a mental kind of. The mental abuse kind of continues if this is a narcissist, because it takes a lot for someone to move from something, go through the heartbreak, have to put up with knowing that this person has had some kind of fling with somebody else or whatever it is. And then you kind of move on to something else. And that takes a lot of courage and a lot of hard work and a lot of energy to do that. And you're kind of moving, you are on your way into your own future. And this person comes back in. And it really, all it's mental cruelty. It's just throw you off. It's just to say, hey, I'm here. And, I did care about you. You know that, don't you? And all it is the little boy wanting the attention that he had before, whether it's good or bad attention. Hi, Shelley Brown. Hi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your little donation there. That's so cute. I love that. Okay, that's amazing. Thank you. And thank you, everyone. Okay, so if you do want a personal reading, I have got amazing offers at the moment. So I have put that in most of the descriptions of most of my readings, so you can go and have a look at the prices of the readings. They start from 30 minutes for $25. I don't normally say the price on here, but seeing as you're asking. Or if you want a little mini reading, any little donation like Shelley Brown, which you can have a little mini reading, ask a question. Okay, so this is a daily read. Thank you everyone for coming. What's that, Gojo? Well, all the supermarkets should have shouted loud and clear there was enough. Okay. I think they need to stock up their shelves overnight. They need to close overnight, don't they? Instead of being open 24 hours, They need to shut the doors and at night really stock up. And it's not really rationing, is it? It's just saying that you can only have 3 of those items, three kind of, I mean, who wants 3 kind of alcohol gel, hand wipes, or hand soap? You can only have 3 each of each item, instead of hoarding, taking like 10 or 20 or whatever people are doing. I can't believe that people are actually doing that. Wiping the shelves clean, so people that do want to go and do a normal shop can't do the shopping anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I think they should do that. They should fill up their shelves, stock them right full, and then limit 2 items for each person, not 3. And then just do that at night, and then open during the day. I feel that's what they should do. And also increase the delivery services at the moment too. Hi everyone. That's fine, VT. You're welcome. Okay. Hi, Kiki Squad. Martin, hi there. Thank you for your super chat. Will I get any love attention soon? Oh, bless. Oh, bless. That's so cute. Okay. So let me have a look here. Will you get any love attention soon? What's coming through here, and it's something that's saying to you, and I wrote my own kind of cards here, so I'm going to pull one out for you. And wow, so this is saying, and I will look into that. Okay, this is saying my card here, you have freedom, and it's saying you have freedom to be you at the moment. This card is saying, and you have peace in your life at the moment, and that's what you should be. You should be enjoying this moment of having this freedom and peace in your life. Why is it saying that? Let's have a look here. Okay, so I feel that also I pulled out a card here of some other cards that I wrote, and this one says you need to do something that you love to make money. This card is saying what you're doing at the moment, it's not satisfying you. You're not enjoying what you do here, and it feels a little bit stagnant. So I guess this is saying that you're looking for something else to fulfill this gap. Okay, and you're frustrated with the Sagittarius. We'll get there. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense, actually. You're frustrated with the Sagittarius. Take the time. You have some freedom to have some peace in your life. Okay, this is what this is saying from the divine. And also it's saying here, instead of focusing on this Sagittarian, to focus on something that you love, in terms of you may not be happy in the work and you're going to work and you're thinking about the Sagittarian all the time. So what you need to do is take your focus away from the Sagittarian and think of other things, okay? Because I feel that's absorbing a lot of your time. So that's part of it. And this card here is saying, don't be afraid of the unknown, because you're afraid of what's going to happen next. And it says also that you need to put time and effort into yourself to make yourself feel happy and content with you, okay, with you and you yourself, rather than focusing on the Sagittarian or wanting this kind of love to come to you. So when you start to focus on yourself and love yourself and start to do things that you enjoy, and you become, you know, have that freedom to feel this, then you will attract this love, because people who seem to be happy and love themselves and have value towards themselves, and show that they have respect for themselves, and show that they are enjoying life, they're independent, they have their freedom, that's when somebody will become interested in you and want to show you love and affection, okay? As it stands at the moment, there's too much focus on this Sagittarian, okay, which is not helping you to be attractive to others, because guys sense that there's somebody else around. You know, it's like they've got an antennae up, like you're still thinking of somebody else, and it's off-putting. It's like, oh, I don't want to sit there with somebody brooding about somebody else. So this is saying for you that you need to focus on you and start doing things that you love, and start to focus on your own happiness and your own love of yourself here, and get yourself back to yourself in terms of getting your mojo back, looking attractive again, you know, that kind of thing. And that's when somebody will come along and want to show you that love, okay? I don't feel that you're there yet, okay? Yeah, that's right. You're so emotionally invested in them. Now you need to start to be emotionally invested in yourself. Emotionally invested in yourself, and that's when you will attract and get love attention to you. When you start to be a little bit blasé and laugh and feel genuinely happy and happy in yourself, and that you love yourself, and you know, you get a new outfit, and at work you're twirling around at work, how do you like my new outfit, and all this kind of thing, and your hairstyle, and people, and loving yourself, loving you, you know. Yeah, I got my hair done, and I had this done, and I got these new shoes, and people sense that you care about yourself. Instead, you're putting all that focus on this damn Sagittarius. Nobody wants to know anybody, or or want to show attention to somebody who is so brooding on something else rather than themselves, and making themselves attractive to others. Because when you love yourself, you become attractive to others. Not love yourself in like a narcissistic way, but when you start to be authentically you, people start to become attracted towards you. That's friendships. And always remember that, everybody here, okay? When you stop doing that, when you start being that authentic self, and being bubbly, and all of that kind of thing, and just, you know, showing yourself from your inner core, from your solar plexus, all of this kind of thing, when you stop doing that, people don't want to know you. And that's the thing, that's the key here, is to work on yourself, work on loving you, work on, and you'll notice that. You'll start to notice, wow, I'm really being me again, and I feel I'm expressing, and I'm loving what I'm doing, and I love shopping for myself, and I like doing things to help me and make me feel good. And people will notice that, and that's when somebody will show you attention and love, okay? I hope that helps you, okay? So that's what's coming through. Lots of love towards yourself. That's what's coming through, okay? So yeah, raising your vibrations, exactly. You've got it there. Okay. That's when you attract people, want to talk to you, people. You bump into people, you know, you're not expecting it because you're not looking, and all that kind of thing. And then you can put yourself out there. You can put yourself out there to get attention. People love people who are charismatic and energetic and can see that they've got their mojo, and, you know, they're living their life. People love that. Okay. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see. Thank you for your donations, by the way. That's amazing. Um, do I think the Sagittarius will come back? Let's just do a mini reading there. I feel, let's pull out a card. I feel you need to close that door, do that no contact thing, and work on yourself. That's definite. Okay, that's a definite. Let's. I pulled out a card, so one of my own cards. Okay, this person, okay, this Sagittarius, this person, okay, this is what I'm getting with this person. They need you around. They need you around. Actually, they need people around them, whether that's good people or bad people. Okay, I'd say this about your Sagittarius. And even if you're having big rows with this person, you may find that you was rowing, you was arguing, and you're thinking, well, if we're rowing like this is no good. This is not working. But as far as this Sagittarian's concerned, it is working, because it doesn't matter if it's good or bad attention. You're still in it with them. Okay, does that make sense? You know, they may start a row with you, you know, and they may be grumpy with you. And that's a sign that they've been like that all their lives. You know, they've been like that since they were a teenager. They're not going to change now, kind of thing. And they're grumpy, they stomp around, they have tantrums. And that kind of shows that that person must have been a nightmare when they were teenagers. And that, you know, that's in their core, their personality. It's not going to change. And I don't mind if it's arguing. You know, a relationship to them is lots of rows, arguing, spats and things like that. And you're thinking bewilderedly, wow, we don't get along, and this is just hurting me. Okay. But they don't think it like that. They feel that's a relationship. Maybe they were brought up like that. Okay. But you don't want this. You don't want somebody like that. You want somebody who's going to invest into you in a very kind of good way, a positive way, not a negative way. And that's what's coming through here. Is this person going to come back? I'd say hell yeah. Yeah, they will come back. But it'll be the same kind of cycle, you know, of these kind of spats, these rows. I think you know, you will agree with that it seemed like you know, towards the end it was they would cause a row so they can go and do what the hell they liked independently, and then they'll come back. So I will get, this guy will come back to you. It's whether you want this person back. And you don't know what the hell you've done, because they've confused you so much. You don't even know what you've done wrong sometimes, and that kind of thing. Okay. Hi, Brian. How are you? So I do get he's going to come back. These people always do come back. They're sad. They're sad. They can't even have relationships. And they are going to miss you. A sense of loss. Okay. The Five of Cups, a sense of loss. They are going to feel, has she really gone? No, surely not. You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, so there is, so I do feel that this relationship has reached a stalemate. It's not, in fact, it's not really over in this person's eyes. They still feel that you're still around, and they can come back at any time. because the way they see you is someone with a low self-esteem. And yeah, and when they've been with you for a little while, they'll say to you, well, this was a waste of time. They'll make your self-esteem even lower. Well, this was just a waste of time, wasn't it? What am I even doing here? So they can go off again and do their own thing. Now, that's what I get with this guy. It just comes and goes and says that you're in a relationship. I don't feel this person even puts in the effort. And I'm not being rude here, but as soon as you get yourself back and your confidence back, this person wants to come back around because they get jealous. Okay. So I would say yes. This person is going to communicate with you. I get the Princess of Swords. I wouldn't wait for this communication. In fact, if you want to test this out, I would show on on social media that you don't say it verbally, but look as if you've moved on. I've got a great job offer, or I'm going for an interview. I've had my hair done. I'm feeling great today. Things are looking good. This person will be calling you up, okay? Because as soon as you move on, they're always there back on your doorstep. And it says here, the Chariot, you will get over the obstacles. And I can't tell you whether to go back with this person or not, because I feel this person will block you from moving on. And they're very manipulative people like this. They will make you feel ashamed of what you've done, although you may have not done anything. They will do this. So what this is saying is, this reading here is for you to actually focus on your work, on your friendships, and build up your life here. And once you do that and show that this person, and you'll have moved on by then, as I said earlier, this person will come back, okay? Why do they do that? Because of the King of Swords, which is a heartless use of power. It's just because they can. And I've heard this so many times. This is quite resonant to what I've been through at times. This person will come back just because they can. Just because they can. That's your answer, okay? I hope that's helped you. You can always do playback too if you want to listen to that mini reading again. Mini reading, you've actually had a reading there, haven't you? So there you go. You've had a reading for like what? $5. So there you go. So thank you for your super chat. So that's the way it works. If you want a little mini reading, that's the kind of reading you get. And I know it's not $5. It's yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you for your donation. Anyway, that's fantastic. So you've had a reading there for $10. So thank you. So that's how it goes. You make a little donation and I will do a reading for you like that. Okay. Actually, I've been on for 1 hour. Can you believe that? I've not stopped talking for a whole hour. I will stay for another 15 minutes. So if you do want a mini reading, time is now to do a super chat. And otherwise, I'll be leaving in 15 minutes. So, yeah, funny old world, isn't it? That kind of brought back memories for me, actually. That when you're dealing with somebody who doesn't know what they want in life, and that's usually because they're immature, immaturity, and they're not sure what they want. They don't want to, instead of kind of manning up and saying to you, I don't really know what I want at this point of my life. I don't want to let you go. But I want to experience other things. And I know by saying this and letting you go that possibly you'll meet somebody else and I'll never see you again. This is so difficult for me to express, but I need to experience other things. I don't feel I'm ready for this relationship. Instead of saying that, they're too immature to even have that mindset and let you go and actually go and live your life. They would actually keep you hanging on a string and come backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards until they totally destroy you and you don't want them back. But instead of just saying the grown-up thing, you know, I want to experiment, I want to travel, I want to focus on my relationship, my career, and maybe just date people. I don't want to get heavy into a relationship. Instead of saying all that, they actually just play with you, and just because they can. So just keep that in mind when you've got somebody like that. Okay, that it's pretty immature, and if they did just tell you the truth, say, you know, I'm quite attracted to other people, and I don't know why. I feel like I need to explore, but I don't feel I'm ready. This is a sign maybe that I'm not ready for a relationship, and I have to be. I don't want to hurt you, but I want you to be happy, and I'd rather you be happy. I want to see you have a family and babies and things like that, and I don't feel that I'm ready for that just now. But it doesn't mean that I don't care about you. You see, lots of guys should learn that if they're not ready to do anything in terms of being serious and committed to you. So okay, hi there. Yeah, Ray, how are you? Lovely to see you. I haven't seen you for ages. Lovely to see you. You just got a nose swab for coronavirus. Your husband's cancer came back. Oh, I'm really sorry. Yeah, I remember I did a reading for you, didn't I, a long time ago? Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. Yeah, so let's have a look at PJB. If you do want a mini reading, a little donation would be great. Thank you so much. PJB, hi there. Anything I need to know in the next 3 months? Well, that would just be an overview, okay, with this kind of reading, okay. So what I'm going to do is there anything that you need to know so a little overview for you, PJB, in the next 3 months. PJB, is there anything that you need to know over the next 3 months? I'm going to pull what one of my cards out, okay, that I... Okay, so this came out, okay, which I scribbled on, and I'm going to make some cards, but these are like little prototypes, okay. Now what this says, and I'll show you what it says there, but I'll read it to you. What's hopeless and what's pointless? What is hopeless and what is pointless? And what price are you willing to pay? What investment is being put into this? Are you getting this investment back? Right. So what I meant by that is, what are you willing to put into something that's not equal, that's pointless? Yeah. So what you need to know for the next 3 months, I don't know whether this is the card that came out for you. Something is hopeless and pointless, and it says here you're willing to even pay money or investment back, but you're putting more into something than something something is being paid back to you. So you're saying there, I think it applies to my mother-in-law. Okay. So yeah, because it comes across as quite intense, okay. Now it says on the other side, it says this, okay, if it's your mother-in-law, it's saying a progressive, Healthy relationship should be something that is your goal, okay? That is your goal. So, if we're relating to a mother-in-law situation here and what to expect in the next 3 months, it's like this corona thing. I don't want to go on about the corona thing. This corona thing is sending everybody crazy at the moment, okay? But it seems like this relationship here with your mother-in-law is hopeless, pointless, and the price you're willing to pay for investment into this, they're not willing to return back. So it is pointless, isn't it? And what you want here is a progressive, healthy relationship. That's your goal. That is your goal, is a progressive, healthy relationship with your mother-in-law. But I think what this is saying is this is pointless. This is pointless. Well, what advice would I give with that? Let me say, if it's anything to do with the way you should deal with your life in this concerns about coronavirus and things like this, there's nothing that we can predict how to behave in these kind of crises, okay? It's something new to most of us. So if you've got a mother-in-law that's dictating the rules to you over the next 3 months, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to say, or you need to say to yourself, how the hell do you know? Have you ever been through this before? I think you've tried, you've really tried. So over the next 3 months, there's too much panic. I feel your mother-in-law wants you there, but you've got to keep your distance and maybe kind of causing problems over that, okay? There you go. So is there anything you need to know for the next 3 months? This is what you're going to get from your mother-in-law, okay? Is you are going to get this worse. I'm sorry, it's life, isn't it? This is going to be worse because she's at a certain age you need to keep your distance from and isolate. And she's a nightmare anyway. I think you'd be happy to isolate her, but she's blaming you. She's saying you're using this as an excuse not to see me and all these things. So that is what you need to, that's what you need to expect over the next 3 months, okay? Sorry to say that, PJ, B, okay, and that's your reading. Thank you. I think you knew that before you came here, that this is just going to be a nightmare for you, girl, okay? And that's how this is going to be. How you deal with that, you just have to say to your mother-in-law, look, my mother's accepting this, or other mothers are accepting that they've got to do this. So it's just the way you have to go with the rules. And if she dictates to you, just say, who knows about this crisis? That nobody's been through this before. It's new for all of us. We just have to go with it. I think you need to express that, the rules and what you're told to do and what's the safest way. She's still not going to accept that, is she? Yeah. So I would, well, I'm going to be on my own. I can't be on my own kind of thing. So, yeah, so you're going to deal with that for the next 3 months, okay. Hello, NC, how are you? Will TS and I come back together? Oh, that's so sweet. Again, what is this thing about on and off, on and off? Look, if a situation is on and off, that's a big red flag. It's a red flag to say they want to go off for a while and do their own thing and then just come back and then go again and then just do their own thing and then come back, you know. And this is like someone who's not willing to sit down and say to you, I'm not ready for this relationship yet, but I do care for you. And I hope one day that they're okay to keep doing this. So yeah, so yeah, so I get you on and off. I may be totally wrong there, but I do get an on and off situation again. I get some guy here who just wants who maybe creates a drama or creates a situation so they can just go off and go with go with the boys for a while, kind of thing, or do their own thing. Um, I'm just picking out a card for you. That's what I'm looking at. I don't know why you've accepted this. I don't know. I kind of understand. I kind of understand. Okay. Okay. I don't know what this is, but I pulled out this card. Whether this is resonant or not, I'll read it. Okay. I'm trying to work out what it means, but maybe you know what this means. Okay. Just stop complaining. Somebody wants to help you, encourage you. You can do this. People do love you. Remind yourself of this. Why do I get that? And behind that, it says, you're no longer shackled to this situation. You're no longer shackled to this situation. It's the past. But you're still carrying this pain with you. And you need to let go of it. So that's the message from spirit, a spirit guide, maybe. And see, so what this is saying, okay, I'll say as it is, as it came out with this card, okay. What are you complaining about? People love you and they want to help you, they want to encourage you, but you're just ignoring them. You can do this, you can move on. People do love you and remind you of this quite a lot. This is what this is saying. You're no longer shackled to this situation in the past, and you're still carrying this as like baggage. And you're still carrying this pain. You've not let it go. And it's saying it's time to let this go. Okay. Does that resonate with you at all? Because that's come through here. And see that's come through. I'm trying to so this is saying I don't complain a lot, but carry the pain that resonates. Yes, I don't feel that you complain. I don't feel in a way of complaining. I feel that you tell people quite a lot, and I understand this. I know where you're coming from, but people are showing you that they care about you, and they want you to let go of this person. It's saying let go. It's time to let go. And I feel, yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's time to let go. It's time to let go, darling. And that's what I'm getting. I can't read anything and I can't tell you. And I pulled another card out for you. Okay, it says, you can't do this anymore. Look, I'll show you the card. Okay, so you can read it. Can't do this anymore. Can't do this anymore. They were not evolved enough for you. And they were a lower kind of vibration than you. And always have been there for them. And they didn't realize that. Okay. Okay, also get here a realization that someone has made your growing and your energies, higher vibrational energies, difficult deliberately by pressing your buttons here and causing a reaction from you, a negative reaction. has actually stopped your evolvement. I don't know what that is. If that resonates, then there you go. That's your. I hope that helps. Time to move on. I feel okay. This person was not at your evolved level. Hi, Fran. How are you, Fran Berkeley? What's that? The National Inquiry, PJB. Here that MM told the Queen to drop dead. Ooh. I don't. I will look at that on a later date. So let's have a look here. Fran Berkery, thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. These donations really help me to keep going with this channel and also to keep doing this for you guys, which I love doing these kind of things. What does my ex George think about me now? So yeah, a lot of exes here. Yeah, I think what I'm picking up here energy wise is that you're thinking, because time has gone on, time has gone by, and you're sat maybe watching, you've kind of moved on. You've moved on a bit, and you're starting to get into your own Netflix kind of, and nibbles and that kind of thing. I think you know what I mean. And you're laughing at programs again, and you're laughing at films, and you're living in the day, in the moment, and it's kind of like that's when you start to move on from the heartbreak, and you suddenly sit back and you think, I wonder what he's doing, because I'm over the pain, but there's still that kind of reminiscence of, looking at the movie kind of thing. You look at the movie, but you don't see the bits that were not good. What about that time you had that crazy row in the bedroom? What about that time when, no matter what you said, there was no reasoning? What about that time? And I think that's what you have to, when you sit back and think, I wonder what he's doing now. That's what you have to think, okay, is switch it to not what George thinking about you now, but actually think, sitting back and saying, oh, I wonder what he's thinking about now, if he's thinking about me. He probably is the same as you are of him, but if you rerun that movie, what about those big bust up arguments that that you kind of was blown away with? And what about that hurt that he caused you? I'm not saying that relationships are easy, but they should be easier than that. So what I'm going to do is I'll pull out from a card. Okay. Now, this is what I pulled out. I'll try to read this for you and see if this resonates with your situation. This is coming from the divine, and it says, interfering light. Somebody is interfering with your light, okay. And it's time for you to see the light and see the good in life. And I get like a shadow energy here from the light. Now, I don't know whether this is hitting home. It says there's a shadow energy that's overshadowing your light. Do not allow this shadow energy in. That's what I pulled out for you, Fran. Okay. It's a shadow energy. You know, whatever that means, that's come through. So I will pull another one out because that was quite spiritual. Okay. I feel that he does think about you. But I have to say, so what? So what if he does think about you? So what? This is how you should be thinking. So what if he does think about you? If he does have that moment while he's watching that murder mystery program or whatever have you, and I think, I wonder what she's doing. I wonder if she's thinking about me. But he'll for a split second, and then he'll be back onto the movie. Well, there'll be a reminder or something. But guys are quite good at that. That's why guys find it so easy to move on sometimes, because they just think on the surface, and they're not as emotional as women. Some are, but some are not. And it'll be for a second or a few minutes. Oh, I wonder what she's doing, and then it'll be back on to whatever they're doing, the soccer game or what have you. So I have to say that this person, similar to the last reading I did actually with the lower vibration and a kind of like a shadow energy here, there was something to do with the finances, Fran, here. I get this guy only wants to know when the times are good, when it's like that kind of person. When the times get heavy, when the times get bad, this person, and you don't really want that. You want somebody there in the bad times and the good. The corona thing, it's like, it's like a big kid, isn't it? Wanting to have good times all the time, holidays and Christmases and birthdays all the time. It's not like that in real life, is it? And then we get this corona thing, we're all trying to get through it, and then you've got some kind of tantrum, big baby man throwing tantrums, or big baby girl, if you're a guy here, throwing tantrums of, oh, we can't go out. What do you mean I can't go out and play football? What do you mean I can't go to the football match? And all that kind of craziness. Why am I doing that? Why am I saying that? I feel, I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm getting that energy through there. A bit similar, Fran, to the last reading I did. So there is a financial thing here. I get also that he competed with you quite a lot. You may have worked together. You may have even met at work. Because I get competition and a workplace and all that kind of thing. Always kind of extending that they're the best person. So this person seemed to be around the good times, the birthdays, the holidays, Christmases, holiday time, that kind of thing, summer. And that guy that turns up in the summertime when everything's positive, doesn't want to know any other time of the year, and it's not grown up basically. Do you know what I'd say? Oh, bless that little boy, bless that little girl in an adult's body. Oh, isn't that sweet? That's what I would say. I'd say good luck and goodbye. Okay, so I hope that's helped you there. Anybody here okay? I hope that's helped you there, Fran. So yes, he does think about you, but not in, I don't feel in a deeper way that you feel that he's thinking. And don't forget those times when you look back at the movie of your life, of those rows you had in the kitchen, those bus stops, whatever, this that caused all this, only wanting to be there, in the good times, when the good times roll, you know, when you've got the money, when when you can spend, when you can get nice outfits, when you can have your hair done. But when that's all depleted, they just go. That's not who you want around you. Okay. So that's your reading. So thank you, Fran. Let me know if that resonated at all. Hi, Triple Gemini. How are you? Lovely to see you. And I love to see all these people from back in the day, a few years ago. Can you pull me a card from your deck, please? Of course I can. Thank you for your donation. You know, I'm loving this, having all you old people coming back. How amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm glad. I bet you're glad too. So, Triple Gemini, let's have a look. I'm going to pull a card out for you out of my medieval deck here. So, let me pull a card out for you, Triple Gemini. Pulling a card out here from the divine, from the universe for Triple Gemini. Giving out love to the universe, and we want to receive positivity here for Triple Gemini. What can we give a message to Triple Gemini from the universe, from the divine, from the spirit guides here? That's what I got, is the Hangman. Okay. The Hangman is sacrifice. You need to sacrifice something. Somebody's got reverse of your values. This also could be you've put something on hold to think about this. You may sacrifice something, or you're left hanging in suspension, and you have been put on hold. You've been put on that back boiler there, on the shelf there for a while, on hold, just left hanging. You know, you've been left hanging. You don't know what's happening. And that kind of thing. That's an awful feeling, to be just left hanging and waiting. Okay, but it also can mean that you need to sacrifice because you have also been on hold for too long. And that's your card. Okay, I don't know, is that resonant with you? I hate that feeling where you feel you're just hanging. You've been put on that back boiler there. You've been put on that back of the shelf while something else is going on, and you're waiting. What, you're just going to leave me hanging? That's what's coming through. Okay. Oh, a sacrifice. Okay. I hope that helped you. And I hope that was the card there. You can make sense of that. Hi, Lauren. Will he contact you this month? Okay. I get this is something that's not an established relationship. I may be totally wrong there, but I'm telling you what I'm getting. That this is not an established relationship. Or it may be I don't feel it's an established relationship, or he's not put investment into you as you kind of wanted to. So I'm going to use my own homemade cards here. Messages from the divine, from the spirit world, from the spirit guides, from the universe. Here is Lauren wants to know, will he contact her this month? Will he contact her this month? Will he contact her this month? I get selfishness, self-centeredness here. I get laughing with the boys kind of situation. I don't feel this person wants a commitment. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but I am. But you're still hanging on to this. I don't feel it's got anything to do with you. I just feel this person. I just feel this person doesn't realise they're hurting people as they go along in life. They don't realise they're hurting anyone, and just there's self-centeredness here. So this person, I feel they're not. Yeah, I feel this person is thinking that they. Did I say that I wanted a commitment? That kind of thing. Yeah, I feel it's very kind of on the surface for them. I don't feel any kind of investment. So I picked out this card here. Okay. And it says, I'll just read the card that I pulled out, and hopefully we can make a decision if he's going to contact you, Lauren, okay, this month. If they are mature, okay, if they are not mature, they're not prepared for a relationship, then they should not be in it. That's what that says, okay. And it also says here, I'm trying to work out what this means here. You don't want to be his training wheel. You don't want to be his training wheel, whatever that means here. You need to set boundaries. What that's saying is you don't want to train him for somebody else. in kind of going crazy. I mean, we've all been there. I've done it too, you know, trying to train a guy to spending and wasting a lot of your years on somebody that's not even mature enough to be in a relationship. So you don't want to be his trainer or his training wheel. So if this person cannot kind of contact you like a mature man, thinking that, well, I really should contact, you know, like a real man, you know, a real man, I really should contact that lady that's waiting for me to call her, wondering what's going on, and I don't want to leave her hanging. I need to call, and even if I just say, I'm busy, I don't have time for a relationship at the moment, but you're a great person. I think, you know, and I'd love to remain friends and that kind of thing. I kind of leave the relationship where you're feeling valued. That's what a real man would do. If he feels, okay, I may have led this lady astray. Not astray, I may have led this lady down a garden path and I didn't mean to, and that's not fair. It's not fair on her. So I need to explain, I need to call her. If they can't be like, you don't want to be with somebody who's not going to be grown up enough to be a damn man, okay? And that's a big lesson to learn for a lot of women, because we do end up being their training wheel. So we train them up for the next person. And if it's not the next person, the one after that and the one after that. Okay. Until he does decide, hey, I'm okay, I'm grown up now, so I'll stick with this one. But this is what this is saying. You don't want to be his training wheel. And that's what card that I got out here, Lauren. I don't feel he's going to contact you. I feel he's too immature. If he was a fully grown man, he would, okay, and explain to you in a very nice way so you can move on without any kind of baggage or anything like that. That's what grown men do. Immature childs just kind of leave you hanging. Immature childs don't call you and don't explain what's going on. Immature childs don't have any kind of recognition of how they're going to hurt you, or if they've hurt you, or whether they do not give a damn about how you feel. So if he's not contacted you, I would take it as that. So I hope that's helped you. I don't see that person contacting you. They would have done it by now, I feel, Lauren. Okay. Sending you love, lots of healing. It's not your fault. You don't want to be this training wheel for anybody. I think we learned that over the years of wisdom. And I feel that you should look for a man with wisdom, or look for a man with depth rather than someone who's shallow. Look for someone who, who would think about and be reasonable and think about his actions. Yeah, that's the sort of guy that you want. So easy said than done, I know. Okay, thank you, Lauren, for that great question. I Push a Millionaire, how are you? Lovely to see you. Thank you for your super chat. Hi, will the company I work for send me a check soon? Oh, yeah. There's. Look, we've got all these issues with the coronavirus, and there's lots of companies holding back with payments at the moment because they don't know what the hell is going on, and they don't want the collapse of their businesses. I feel this is partly to do with this. Okay. Push a Millionaire. I'm not using it as an excuse to say, hey, it's because of the coronavirus, and I'm just picking that out of fresh air. I do honestly feel this is actually. I feel this is actually true. I feel they're worried about their business. The company are worried about their business. And you need that money. You need that money to pay your bills. You need that money to pay your rent, your mortgage, and all those things. And I can feel your frustration. I really don't know what your government are doing in helping people and businesses so that people I know in the UK they're actually doing like monthly rent holidays and mortgage holidays to get through this. I think you may have to, if I was you, I would approach your rental, your mortgage people and say, I'm having trouble getting my paycheck. I feel it may be because of the corona. I just wondered if I can. I would approach your financial people and say straight away tomorrow and say, I wondered if I could have a rent holiday or a mortgage payment holiday until I receive this check in the future. I'm really sorry. I've earned that money and I'm waiting for it to come. Is it possible that this can be, and just check that out, okay? And check out what your government has put in place to help people who are not getting their paychecks, okay, because of companies being worried about what's happening, okay, at this present time. I feel this is what this is, okay. Are you going to receive that check? What's coming through here is we can't do that just now. That's what's coming through is we can't. What's that mean? We can't pay you just now? Or we can't send that just now? We can't do it just now. That's what's coming through. We can't do that just now. So will she get her paycheck? Yeah. Is it a paycheck? Is it a paycheck pushing millionaire? I'm picking up a paycheck. I may be totally wrong. You've just said send me a check soon. I feel it may be. Yeah, it's a paycheck. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I get this energy of I just can't do it right. We just can't do it right now. We just can't do it right now. Which in their eyes, they want to pay you. They want to pay you. They want to pay their workers. Of course they do. Um, but I get we just can't do it right now. Yeah, there is some people that your company are going through a very intense time. A very intense time at the moment. Yeah, and they're thinking about how they're going to do this. I feel it's really sad that they choose their workers not to pay because they've left you hanging, yeah? They've left you hanging in suspension over this. They've left you hanging, Prussian millionaire, and waiting and waiting and waiting, okay? And you've been more than patient over this. I feel it is the corona. It's all about what's going on at the moment. But you will get your paycheck as soon as this cycle is over. As soon as this cycle is over, you will get your paycheck. What is the cycle? Well, as soon as they've cleared this coronavirus, so people can get back to work and the wheels can start moving again in the economy, you'll get your paycheck. I get May time. May. I get May. They can't do it right now, but I feel in May. So that's what I get here. Sorry, get on the phone tomorrow to your mortgage people, your rent people. Tell them you're not getting a paycheck and you're waiting to get paid and you just want a payment holiday. You're still working, you're waiting for that paycheck and you need some relief. Get in contact with what your government are doing for this to help people. And I would sort that out tomorrow because I get May. It's April now, and it's not far away. But if you can just ask for that relief of like a rent holiday or a mortgage holiday, okay. I hope that's helped you. Okay, it's January's check. Yeah, well, it's been going on, hasn't it, since January? We can't do it right now. That's what I'm getting. And I do get that you will get this in May. This is what it's saying. As soon as this is complete, as soon as this cycle is over, and that's what I get. I can't be any clearer than that. I hope that's kind of. I definitely. Yeah, sorry, it's mid-March. Sorry. Sorry, date's wrong. Mid-March, April, yeah, May. Okay, so I'm sorry this is what's coming through. I'm sorry if it's frustrating you. I would call whoever you can tomorrow and just say and try and get some relief for that, okay? Have you got paid since January then, Push a Millionaire? Have you got paid since January? Or have you not got paid since January? You've not got paid since January. Yeah, so we've been on here 2 hours, guys. What anyway, so I will call it a night because 2 hours is a record for me. Okay. I'm praying for you, pushing millionaire. That's wrong. Okay. They just keep saying we can't do it just right now. You need to question them. Well, you're paying, maybe give them a payment break for next month and pay me because I need to pay my mortgage. Okay, say something like that. Say, they're getting paid, I'm not. So maybe you should give somebody else say, because I need to have some payment to pay for my living expenses. But get whatever kind of relief you can, love. Okay. Yeah, so I am going to call it a night. Thank you, guys. I didn't realize I'd been on here nearly 2 hours. For people who are on lockdown, this is a great way of entertainment for 2 hours. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope most of you've learned from the answers here too that I got here. And I hope this video has not been too long for you. If you do want your personal reading and extend to these readings, please give me an email, sixsensetarot@gmail.com. I will put that in the description box at the bottom. Wow, I think this is a record for me to be on for this long. And I'm here to help you guys during this phase that we're going through with this horrible crisis, okay? To try and keep you company and all that kind of thing and help you along the way. So thank you and good night, everyone. Love all of you. I'm going to be coming on. It's Wednesday, so maybe Friday and Sunday. Okay, so look out for me if you want to come back and you didn't get your reading in and you wanted a little mini reading. Come back Friday and Sunday. I'm going to be here. Okay, or if you want to join in with the chat, talk about anything. Lots of different topics on here too. Please come back, okay, on Friday and Sunday, and we can just pass away the time and let's just forget about the corona, okay, and that kind of thing. And take my advice. Try to just watch what's going on once in the evening before you go to bed. Try not let it worry you. Just get to know the rules of the new rules of what they've changed. Don't watch it all day. Don't be obsessed with it all day. Don't look at YouTube channels all day about the corona. Just stop doing that, okay? Switch on to Netflix, watch your favorite films and things like that, and do your gardening and continue with your daily life and try to take it out of your mind because there's not an awful lot we can do about it. But just go with the rules and just go with it and live your life as best you can at this present time. And that's what I'm doing. I'm praying for all of you. Okay, protect yourself, wash your hands, do all that protection I showed you. And I will be back on Friday. And love you all. And bye for now, everyone. Oh, Debbie said I'm leaving. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. We're just going. Okay, I've been on 2 hours. You've just missed it. Okay, but I'm back on Friday and I'll be back on Sunday. Okay. Sending you lots of love. Oh, bless you. Push a millionaire. Okay. And bye for now. Bye-bye.